Hello, hello. Welcome in. This is Keto Granny. So, I am on here. For me, this is late tonight, coming on with the live. But I did want to go ahead and do the wall today. I have been so busy running errands and different things. And then I have been super, super tired. As you know, I took my injection on Friday. So I took my injection yesterday, and I tell you, I have been so tired today. And I know that's one of the side effects from taking the medication. So I finally got enough energy where I said I want to go ahead and come in here and finish out my live. I've been setting my live up just about all day long. I want to say I've set it up, and then I decided, hey, I'm gonna wait, and I think I'll do it another day. Then I put it in a video. So it's been back and forth all day long. But I want to get on here to talk about my weight loss journey for the last 3 months and to give my results, you all. 3 months ago, I was 240 pounds. I was frustrated. I was tired, and I was ready for a change. Finally, ready for a change. I finally wanted to get off of the Ferris wheel. So, what I did was I decided to finally go ahead and try a GLP1. And I'm so glad that I did. And I'm just like a lot of the others, I say the same thing. What took me so long? Why did I wait so long? That's the only thing that I'm actually saying now, because it turned out really to be a good tool that I added in on my health journey. It has helped me a whole lot. And I have had some really, really great benefits from using this medication. So today I'm smiling. Now I haven't got to my goal weight. My goal is 199 pounds. And I was working my way down to that in increments. My first stop was at 236 pounds because that's where my body kind of likes to hang out. I've learned that that is my set point. That has been my set point for about the past 4 years at least, 236 pounds. My body is comfortable there. I don't care what I do. If I go below that, it will go back up to around 236 and it will sit there. If I lose weight or whatever, 236 is where I have the problem of getting past. Um, when I started this weight loss journey, I started at 368 pounds, and I lost most of my weight doing the ketogenic diet, using intermittent fasting, walking, and exercise. And I started this journey, I believe I was, I'm trying to remember my age, but I can't even, I'll figure that out and put it in another video. But now I'm 70 years old, and I have learned a lot in the last few years on a health journey, to lose weight, to get healthier, and just basically to feel better and try to live better with some of my comorbidities. So, like I said, today I'm smiling. My next goal, uh, I don't want to say goal post to get to before I actually get to my 199 is 211. That was the smallest that I got down to while I was doing the ketogenic diet on my way to 199 several years back. I never got to 199, but I did get to 211. So 211 is one of my goal posts along the way to the Wonderland. But Wonderland is where I'm working to get there. And since I have added in this tool, I feel like I can actually do this. That's one thing that I do like about this medication, because it gives you hope and it gives you encouragement, but you have to really work at it. You have to, make lifestyle changes. And I think you really do have to add in exercise and, different things like that, making sure you're getting all of the water that you need to drink, making sure that you're getting all of the protein. And then if you need supplements, then you need to make sure that you're getting those also. But I believe if you're doing all of these things and you're really sincere, that you will have great outcome from using this medication. You know, adding it in with lifestyle changes, I believe that is the key. So I am going to not prolong this because, you all, this is my visionary wall that I have here in the background. And this has helped me stay focused and to stay on point a lot since I have been on this journey. Now, I put this wall together uh, Thanksgiving, somewhere around there, so that I could have something that I could look at, something to keep me motivated, something to keep me focused. And it has helped me a lot. This wall behind me, it has helped me track every pound that I have lost. Some days I will put up information on my board here about my injection. It has helped me track every win that I have had while I have been on this weight loss journey. So this is my vision board, and I can, put whatever I want on this board. This board, I have up the different ways that I eat and that I can eat in order to reach my goal, just to keep myself motivated toward doing that. So there you see, the last time I started this journey at 240 pounds. My GLP. Okay, I'm back. Every time I do a live, that happens. But like I said, this board helps me a lot. I use low carb, I use keto, I use intermittent fasting, I use carnivore, I use the lion diet, I use protein sparing modified fasting, I use carnivore, I use a lot of the keto. I call it versions of the ketogenic diet because that works best for me. So I am not a doctor. What I'm doing is just sharing my weight loss journey with you all. I like to share my ups, my downs, my wins, my fails, my victories, my non-victories. Um, Also, if you like this type of content, make sure that you subscribe to my channel or hit that like button so that YouTube algorithm, knows that you watch my videos, and that way it will help my videos get out into the YouTube world. I am monetized, but make sure that you share my video out with others, okay? Make sure you share my video out with others. But this is the wall, and I'm excited to share this with you tonight as far as how much weight that I have lost since starting October the 29th. I started this journey, like I said, on October the 29th. And as of, I lost all my pictures. I had brought pictures in here to show you all. But I am down to, let me see if I can pull up the picture. I can't believe that. I guess when I got kicked out, then my screenshot got kicked out too. Let's go over here. See if I can find it for you. Would be the 31st. That's the day I want. Okay, here we go for the 31st. Where's the 31st? But I got down to 219 pounds. 219.1 pounds is what I weigh now. From 240 all the way down to 219 pounds. So happy for that. Okay, so it says, let's see who's here with me. Golden Girl. Hi, Golden Girl. It's been a while since I saw you. I'm so glad that you are here tonight. I was thinking about you today. I haven't seen you showing your swimsuits or anything like that. And I really do miss seeing that. We have to get out and just keep on pushing for one another. Okay. Okay. I was just thinking about you. So I'm so glad that you are here. But I'm down to 219.1 pounds as of today. And like I said, I started October the 29th weighing 240 pounds. So on this 3 month journey, I have lost a total of 21 pounds in 3 months. 21 pounds in 3 months. I think that that is fantastic. I'm so happy for that and for those results. When I first started, I knew this was going to be hard, but I really was not expecting the type of results that I did get. I have seen others, and they have been sharing their journey. They've been sharing their progress and how they're doing. But I went all the way to 219.1 pounds. So, what that means for me tonight is that I get to move some of the numbers off of my board, you all. I get to move several numbers off my board here in the back. The last time that I moved my numbers, I had got down to 226 pounds from 240 pounds starting October the 29th. I am excited. I am happy. So I got my weights in the floor, so I got to watch where I'm stepping. I started at 240 pounds, which is over here in the corner. And I got down to 226, and I kind of stalled once I got there, but the weight kept falling off. I kept doing the things I was supposed to do. I have been learning how to eat better, how to eat, especially on this GLP1. Anyhow, let's get started with the numbers that I get to take off. So I am down to 219 pounds. I get to take this number off. 226 disappears. I get to take off 225 is gone. Let me go over to this side. I get to take off 224. Next number, 223. I get to take off 223. I get to take off 222. Yes, 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 I'm excited. Yes, yes, yes. Here we go again. I get to take off another number on this row. 221. 221, you guys. And I'm still going down. 220. Oh, 219 pounds. This board is almost empty. Look at that. This board is almost empty. I cleared a whole row for the last couple of months. I tell you, I am so excited for the progress that I am making by adding in a GLP1. Let me go see what my husband wants. He probably thinks something is wrong in here. Just a moment. So he says, "What's going on?" I said, "Honey, I'm excited. I'm pulling my numbers off the wall, you all." So from 226, I got to take off 226, 225. That's 2 pounds, 3 pounds, 4 pounds, 5 pounds, 6 pounds, 7 pounds. I lost 7 pounds, and I lost that this month for the month of January. Unbelievable to me. Well, I won't say unbelievable, but it's something that hasn't happened on such a regular basis to me in a very, very long time. But 7 pounds, looking good, girl. Thank you, Golden Girl. Thank you. I have made a lot of progress. Like I said, I've lost 7 more pounds this month. And this is one of the new outfits that I have. Oh, I feel my thread coming out. But this is one of my new outfits that I have. The pants, and then I have a top. This is the top, one of my tops here. And then I have my black jacket. I like to wear my jacket because I'm like, oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. So I have had a good month. I have had a super, super good month this month. Um, I'm excited. I am so excited. Who else is here? Golden Girl. Thank you, Golden Girl. Thank you so, so, so much. But I have been doing my workouts. I do strength training. I try to do strength training at least 2 to 3 times a week, and I do it right here in this very room. As you can see where I was standing over there, I got all my different weights that I use. And what I try to remember is just lift something heavy every day. It's to just lift something heavy every day is what I concentrate on. So I come in here and I try to lift a few weights. And then also, you know, I've been watching this guy called Joey. And Joey, he gives you a lot of great information about resistance exercises, especially resistance exercises that build muscle for women. And I still got a sore shoulder from one exercise I was doing. I think that those were called step ups, and I had my heavy weights doing the step ups, and I think I might have hurt myself a little bit with that. But tonight, before I'm getting ready to go to bed, I am having me some protein. It is 7:19. I'm gonna be finished with this by 7:30, and then I'm gonna get ready to lay down early. I like to go to bed early. Greetings. Hi, Yvette Millicent. Welcome in. Welcome in. I was just doing my wall where I get to pull for numbers off my wall in the back for how many pounds I lose during the month. And this month, I was able to pull 7 pounds off my wall. So I'm very, very excited for that. I lost a total of 21 pounds um, after I added in a GLP1. The GLP1 that I added in was Tirzepatide, and I'm still on the 2.5 milligrams. I titrated up to 5 milligrams for about 2 weeks. And then I went back down to the 2.5 milligram, and I've been there ever since. And I am still losing weight at a steady, steady amount. Let me show you. There's another picture I know I can bring up. That shows you how steady the weight loss was. Here, let's look at this one here. Okay, I hope that you can see, but as you can see here, it shows how steady the weight loss was. Where did it go? On the 2.5, I'm going to stay there. I don't want to titrate up really, really fast. I guess I'm more interested in kind of like the microdosing, but staying on the lowest dose that I can, especially at my age. Um, when I did go up to the 5 milligram, I didn't have any problem with it, but I was using compounded, and then I was switching over to Zepbound, the name brand, and so I had to basically titrate off of the compounded, and then I started the Zepbound, the name brand, and I had to start at the 2.5. So anytime that I switch over from the I don't want to say from the Zepbound to a compounded. If I need to do that again, then I would probably do the same thing, just depending on what's going on at that time. So I did do that. And when I went to the five, I didn't lose any weight on the five when I think about it. I mean, the scale went up and down. I lost maybe like 2 pounds, but then I'd also gained that 2 pounds back. And that was one reason why I wanted to go ahead and go up to the 2.5. And since I did have the compound, then I was able to try and do that. But going back down to the 2.5, I am having such good results right now. Now I'm having to pay right now out of pocket for my Zepbound, which is $299 a month for the 2.5 milligram, which I'm sure everyone knows, because if you are taking the Zepbound and if you are getting it from uh, the ones who sell it, which is Lilly Direct, um, then the lowest that I have been able to get it for, which is the starter packet, the 2.5 Zepbound, has been $299. I have been looking around for coupons and different things like that, but I haven't been able to find anything like that. So I think that the $299 is the cheapest that it probably gets for the Zepbound. But I'm gonna start drinking on this. I need to go ahead and start on this. Um, Also, some other stats and different things that, let's see. The app, I use an app called Pep. I use an app called Pep, and with Pep, you can record, like when you give yourself your injections, you can record your dosage, all of those things for you. And so that makes it so handy when you're giving yourself an injection, as far as it keeping record. Um, it keeps a record of where you gave yourself your shot, so that you make sure that you are rotating, the location of where you are injecting. It also gives you the time, it gives you the date. And also, you can put in there if you're taking Zepbound, if you have to switch, say that you switch over and the doctor puts you on Wegovy or something, you can also make those changes in the app there. I had to switch the compound due to cost at Zep. We'll do Wegovy maybe for maintenance. I have 13 pounds left to use. Oh, well, good for you. You only have 13 pounds left to go. And that was why I had went to the compound, was because of the cost. The compound was a lot cheaper than it is for the name brand. But the thing about the compound that I really didn't know where it's gonna go, because that's kind of up in the air with everything that's going on, from what I understand. So, like I said, I've been getting it from Eli. Well, it's Lilly Direct. That's the name of the where I get mine. Now, I just went into my doctor for a visit because I am trying to see if I can get my a prior authorization so that I can get my Zepbound covered. Um, I don't know if I will or not, but also I have a sleep study that I have scheduled also, because I do have sleep apnea and I've had it for years. But I couldn't use the CPAP machine. I couldn't sleep with the CPAP machine with the, blowing air and all that kind of stuff. And it just, so we're doing another test so I can see if it's improved or not. And if so, I may be able to get it covered, after I take my sleep apnea test, depending on let's say, the severity of the test results. Let's put it like that. Because my doctor, they have told me that if it's mild sleep apnea, then it won't be covered. But if it's moderate to severe, then they will cover my Zepbound. So it's almost like it's left up basically to see how my sleep study test is going to come out. And that's not until a couple of weeks away. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed on that to find out, if I can get it covered. And then if I don't, then I'll just have to decide if I'm worth making that investment in myself. And I really do feel like I am worth making that investment in myself. So like I said, I started 240 pounds, you all. I just wanted to get on here to, just um, to do the wall with you and let you see, this works. This is the GLP-1 for me is an appetite suppressant is what I have used it for. And I mean, it really, really does work. You do have to, you do have to put the work in if you want to lose weight in a healthy way. Um, but it's something that I'm saying if it's something you're thinking about, talk to your doctor about it, do your research. Okay, Yvette says Zep works best if honest. Yes, yes, it does because like I took my shot was yesterday, and the most of a side effect that I have felt today is tiredness. I was sitting up there with my husband, we were watching TV, and I was just snoring. And I wake up and I would catch him looking at me. And I told him, I said, I'm snoring, aren't I? And he said, yes. I said, yeah. I said, honey, I'm so tired. So he says, go on in there and go ahead and get ready to go to bed. So that's what I'm getting ready to do. But I did want to, like I said, get on here so that I could share my excitement with you all as far as my weight loss for this month. And this is something that I'm going to continue to do for next month also. This is week 12 for me as far as on my journey since I have added in a GLP-1. And like I said, using the Tirzepatide or the Zepbound 2.5 milligrams. Um, M. Ray, welcome in, welcome in. She says, hello, Keto Granny in chat. Yes, but I mean, you can reach your goals. You all know that you can reach your goals if you work toward them. You just have to really, really believe in yourself. You have to be consistent. You really do have to be consistent. And I don't mean like I do mean like be consistent all the time. But if you fall off, you all, don't give up on yourself. Just get up and keep going. If you fall off, what's really going to make the difference is if you don't get up and start again. But if you get up and start again, eventually you'll get the hang of it, and it's going to come easier and easier and easier for you to do your routine or whatever you're doing in order to reach your goals. Um, let's see. So I am not the only one who looks like go back and forth between the what is that between the compounded and the name brand Zepbound. And I feel like that's something I'm probably going to be doing for as long as I'm on the medication if I have to pay for it out of pocket. There will be times I probably can't afford the name brand medication, and I still want to be able to um, reach my goals and to maintain, what I have done. But I actually feel like I could possibly maintain my weight without the medication. But see, we say that and we don't know until we actually have to try it. So it's not something that I want to just try, especially not now. Um, but when I first started taking the medication or in October, I wanted to give myself long enough to try it. First, I said I was just going to do it for 30 days, and I did do it for 30 days, and I lost 14 pounds. And I said, this medication really, really works. And as long as I am still doing my keto, using intermittent fasting, walking, exercise, and now I'm adding in a little bit more strength training since I'm understanding how that really plays a role, in weight loss. And I've added in more protein, after learning how that plays a role because I've always concentrated on fat, being leaning, that's the way I eat toward keto. So I concentrate more on getting my fat intake up. Um, let's see. Everyone is speaking to everyone. Let me go. Okay. It says, hi, M. Ray from Golden Girl. We have M. Ray says, Keto Granny, can you give a short summary? Oh, you missed it. No. Okay. So if you're just coming in, you all, let me tell you a little bit about who I am and what I have accomplished. I started my weight loss journey weighing 368 pounds, and I started it really being very, very doubtful if I could do what I wanted to do, which was lose close to 200 pounds, is what I needed to do. So I broke that down in increments. And my way of breaking that down in increments was to say, okay, I'll lose 100 pounds and then I'll concentrate on the next 100 pounds. So I lost 157 pounds during the ketogenic diet, using intermittent fasting, exercise, doing all of those type of things. And I followed like Dr. Eric Berg. That was the first person that kind of influenced me. And I started watching him and learning about exactly how the ketogenic diet worked. And from there, I went to Dr. Westman. Then there was Dr. Ken Berry, learning about the carnivore. Then there was, what's the fasting doctor? I can't think of his name. But I just started really learning. And then eventually I decided to just take a course and I became a keto coach. So I am a certified keto coach. Um, that's why basically I eat leaning more toward the ketogenic way because it works best for me. And I know it works because, like I said, I've lost 157 pounds on it. However, I did gain about 35 to 40 of those pounds back during COVID. And I have been on a Ferris wheel, especially during COVID, losing the same, I'd say 10 to 20 pounds for those few years. So at the beginning of this year, I started off, I believe, well, last year, 252 pounds. And I got down to the 240s. I got stuck there. I went down back to 236. That's where my body sets at. And so I floated around anywhere from 236 to about 245. And that's where I was stuck at. Sometimes you have to do things different in order to get different results, is what I've said. And it takes me sometimes a long time to come around to start doing new and different things. I'm 70 years old, and sometimes I'm just a little slow when it comes to change. But sometimes I'm a little fast when it comes to change. So I got to give myself credit, for some things. But anyhow, everyone has been using and trying the GLP1s. And so I started, paying more attention to that and learning about that. And then someone close to me, they let me know that they had tried it and how good it had worked. And so, I started looking into it. It had just so many other health benefits because I had so many comorbidities and different things going on with me that people were saying that this medication was helping with. So I was interested in all of those things. And I went to my doctor and I talked to my doctor about the medication. But I was scared. I'm a scaredy cat. Okay, when it comes to injecting something in my body, just putting a needle in my body and doing it myself, especially. Okay, so I talked not only to my doctor, I talked to my nutritionist. I made an appointment with the nutritionist to go in and talk to them about the medication, talk to them about how much weight I had lost, and me on my little rat wheel here, me on my wheel going around and around and around, chasing the same thing, which he understood. Um, they all told me I've done a great job as far as losing the weight that I had lost and keeping that weight off. Because I was determined that I'm just not going back to be that same person when I was toting around that 368 pounds. My life was kind of miserable then. But I'm the type of person that I try to make the best of everything. So I made the best of it. Let's see what people are saying over here. Let's go back up. Let's see. Emery was wanting this. Okay. Dr. Jason Fung. That's his name. Dr. Jason Fung. I started following Dr. Jason Fung. And then from there, it went out to like a lot of other different doctors. Dr. Stephen Ingberg. Just a lot of those. And they give you such great information. Dr. Mindy. Dr. Boz. A lot of different creators. And they give you such great information, to help you get started on your way. Let's see. Golden Girl, I'm so glad to see you. Everyone is still speaking to each other. Yvette and M. Ray are speaking. Yes, I did. What are the 30-day stats? Okay, so for the 30 days, M. Ray, I lost 7 pounds. I've already pulled my numbers down. I started this weight loss journey, like I said, at 240 pounds, October the 29th. And actually, a few days before then, I was weighing 244 pounds because I had just went up on the scale. And that's why I got so frustrated. I said, I've got to do something because my scale has already started going up and I had lost 4 pounds. And then I decided, hey, I am going to go ahead and start today. And that was the day I gave myself the injection, October the 29th. But I had much encouragement from my accountability partner. And I want to thank you for, helping me because I was just afraid to give myself that injection. And then after I got past that fear, gave myself that first injection, everything has been okay ever since then. But I started at 226, M. Ray, and I got to pull all the way down to 219. 219. I got on the scale this morning. Let's see if I can show it. I got on the scale this morning at 219.1 pounds. 219.1 pounds. Let's see. Yvette says intermittent fasting helped me for 5 months. I lost about 58 pounds in less than 5 months. I started 215. That is great. Yes, that is great, Yvette. Congratulations. Yes, everyone, please thumbs up the video. Please thumbs up the video. Dr. Jason Fung, that is exactly who I was talking about. Yvette, intermittent fasting is an awesome tool, Emre says, and yes, it is. Yes, it is. When I gained weight around, it was for Thanksgiving. I went up a couple of pounds for Thanksgiving, and that's what I used then was intermittent fasting. I used a fast, and I found it very easy to fast during that time. And I think that's about one of the only times that I've have actually intentionally used fasting since I have added in a GLP1. And I mean, it was so easy to do the fast. Um, I mean, if you are a fasting person, you can use this medication in a way to help you be very, very successful if you fast also. But you do have to be careful because you don't want for your blood sugar to get too low. But anyway, I started at 226, so I got to remove 226, 225, 224, 223, 222, 220. Hey, where's 221? 221, 220. So I'm all the way down to 219, M. Ray, you all. I am down to 219. This month, I lost a total of 7 pounds. 7 pounds. And like I said, there was one point I was comparing the two with keto with GLP1 because I've lost weight on both of them. And I have noticed that I am losing weight at about the same rate. On keto, I lost an average of 10 pounds a month. And it looks like that's going to be the average with the GLP1. So, like I said, this helps you use what you know. If you know you're on weight loss journey before you started taking this medication, um, you'll be able to use this to get to your goal. If you're good at tweaking your diet and different things like that. Um, let's see. Ray was asking Yvette, congratulations. Did you change your diet while using intermittent fasting? Yvette says, absolutely, Ray. I am on Tirzepatide. I was on Zep for 16 shots. Okay. So 16 shots. So does that mean Zepbound for 16 shots? That's for 4 months. And were you at the 2.5 for the 4 months when you were on Zepbound, Yvette? Emery says, awesome. Golden Girl says, take care, everyone. So Golden Girl, thank you for joining us. I'm so glad to see you. We're glad that you were here. And then Golden Girl. All right, I'm waiting for you to come back. I had to go over to your channel and see if you put out any new videos. Golden Girl, have a good evening and stay warm, M. Ray says. Excellent work, Lady KG. Thank you, Blue Chew, and I'm so glad to see you. I haven't seen you in a while. Thank you so much. I'm so glad you're here. TT Trucker 1533 says, hello, new here. Thank you and welcome in, TT Trucker. I'm glad that you're here and able to join us. I'm sharing my results from my GLP1 journey that I finally decided to start. It took me a while because I had to research first before I actually was able to stick that needle in myself and inject myself with a medication. But I'm glad that I did. M. Ray says, hello, Blue Chew. How are you doing? Yes, it's been a while. M. Ray, TT, M. Ray is welcoming in Teeter. Is it Teeter Trucker or TT Trucker? TD Truck, Teeter Trucker. Congratulations. Blue Chew says, happy Saturday, Lady M. Ray, too, doing well. TT Trucker is speaking to M. Ray. How are you? And thank you. But you all, who else here is on a GLP-1? Who else here is on a GLP-1? Like I said, it was hard for me to start one, especially coming from keto. I felt like when I first started thinking about, using the GLP-1, I did feel like I was getting ready to cheat because I was like, everything seems so easy the way everybody is talking about this. They're taking this medication, they're losing the weight. And actually, you can take this medication and you don't have to do anything and lose the weight. But that's where all the Ozempic face and Ozempic booty and Ozempic legs and all that weird stuff comes in, I guess, because your body is using your muscle, and so you have to exercise in order to build muscle, or you're going to start seeing all these bad effects and having all of these bad effects. And for me, especially at my age and being a senior, I think it's very, very important. I looked at a lot of stuff before I decided to use this GLP-1, and one of them was sarcopenia, because I'm already losing muscle, at this age. I already know that I'm losing muscle. There was one point when I knew that my legs were getting weaker, when I knew that, I was starting to feel muscle loss in my legs and in the lower part of my body. And I said, well, I'm not going to let that happen because I want to be able to walk. I want to be able to get around. And, I want to be able to do for myself. I don't want to be a burden to others. So I started going back to the gym. I started working out, setting up a gym out in my garage, putting a gym in the house. I started back going out walking. All of these things you can do gradually to build these things up so that you don't have to worry about all of this as you get older. And all of you young people, I'm calling anybody all of you young people are younger women than I am, younger ladies. I hope that you're thinking about these things now instead of waiting until you get older, especially, if you're on a weight loss journey and you're doing all of the things to stay healthy. Just look at it and think about how you want to be as you get older, as you become a senior. What do you want to do? But anyhow, you all, let's see who else is here. I want to get back on GO1. I'm on, okay. I looks like I've missed it. Let me go back up here. So, Emery says, we jelly about CA because we are snoring. Oh, she's talking about California. Okay, Yvette says all 2.5. Oh, okay. So you were on 2.5 when you were on the Zepbound. Okay. All right. 8 pounds to go to your first mini goal. To 11 pounds, I know. I just got 8 pounds left for that one. So I'm hoping that I will hit that goal. If I don't hit it next month, I feel like I'll hit it the month after that. This part of my journey has really motivated me to keep me going. It's giving me that extra that I need to just want to do this. It's giving me that extra boost that I've been wanting. And I've been, you see, I'm even hitting my hand. Yeah, yeah, yeah. My daughter does that when she's excited and talking. And we gotta do this. We gotta. Okay. Gotta. Okay. TT Trucker 1533 says, I'm on Mounjaro now. I was on Zepbound from Lily Direct. Okay, is the Mounjaro just as expensive as the Zepbound? And do you get that from the same company, or does that come from another company like Lily Direct, or is that the one that comes from Novo? You all know who I'm talking about. But I don't know a lot about the Wegovy and the Mounjaro and different ones, but I know that they all do the same thing, and that they're all GLP1s, and they are very, very beneficial for us. Blue Chew One says, I want to get back on GLP1 since the Wegovy tablet is out now. Okay, so you're interested in the tablet. I know that is what's the new thing on the market is the tablets. I've been looking at the tablets, but I don't know a lot about the tablets and stuff. I really have just started getting used to this, the injection, so I'm not wanting to switch over to a tablet myself. But aren't the tablets supposed to be just a little bit cheaper? And then I seen on one video that they said they made you be just as expensive as what we have now. So Blue Chewing, if that's what you want to do, I really, really, would am glad for you. I didn't know that you used to take a GLP1, but if so, what did you use before for your GLP1 Blue Chewing? Did you use the Zepbound or the Mounjaro? Or those, I believe they're opposite. M. Ray says, TT Trucker, how is it working for you? What week are you on? Any side effects? Share, TT Trucker, share your channel on my community wall so I can add you to my GLP1 family. Okay, if you talk to me, I sure will do that. I will go to your community wall and do that, TT Trucker. And we can support each other, because I would love to learn more about your community also. Yvette says, I had gastric bypass in 2015. In 2025, I had gained 65 back, but it took 9.9 years. So now I am a lifer for Zep and Terz. I did lose muscle with the 58 pounds. Oh, okay. And you're talking about the 58 pounds since you have been taking the Tirzepatide on Zepbound. Okay. I've been seeing videos where people have been comparing the two, from the gastric bypass with the GLP1s also. And then I've been seeing a doctor that's been talking about those two in relation to each other. A lot of stuff I see as I'm passing on YouTube. And what I do, you all, is I go from channel to channel, and I try to support everyone. But sometimes I don't get to make comments, and I don't get to, I do the thumbs up. But if I don't get to make a comment, then I will try to go back later on and, look at some more of the video, and then add in my comments late then. I got to get better at that. But let's see. M. Ray says, at Blue Chew One, the research on the Wegovy tablets is very good. Okay. I have been seeing a lot of people talking about the Wegovy tablets also. Yvette, I had weight loss surgery back in 2007, kept the weight off until lockdown. M. Ray says, at M. Ray from Blue Chew One, too happy to hear that info about Wegovy. Probably will get on it in February. Okay, good for you then, Blue Chew One. Let us know how you do with the pill, and let us know if you have like different side effects, or different things going on with the pill than you did with your GLP-1 when you used it before. Compare the two. I would like to know, because Who knows, if I can't afford the medication, if the pill is cheaper, then it's probably something that I would look into. I used Tirzepatide for 5 weeks for medical reasons, not GLP1 related. I had to stop. Oh, okay. Yes, I mean, okay. Bluetooth one says, I used to take the Ozempic from my doctor, got too expensive, so I had to stop. Does the Ozempic run the same as like the Tirzepatide as far as cost, or is there a big difference in the price for those medications for one another? Y'all, let's support TT Trucker. Yes, for sure. TT Trucker, make sure that you go to my page also and share your information there. Please do, please do. TT Trucker. Mounjaro is from Lilly, but my insurance pays for Mounjaro pen Zepbound from Lilly Direct. Was vials for $3.99 a month. Oh, okay. Mounjaro is from Lilly. Okay. But my insurance pays for Mounjaro pen Zepbound from Lilly Direct was $3.99 a month. Okay. I do know that medication goes up too by depending on the level that you're at that you're taking. Yvette says yes. Yvette says, because of the gastric, I lose quickly, I think. Okay. So you have gastric issues, is what you're saying, Yvette? M. Ray says that Bluetooth, I am excited for you. I am too, Bluetooth. Like I said, when you start doing the pill, let us know. Let us know how you're doing, and make sure that we're all still supporting one another, because I want to make sure that I'm supporting you on your journey, also the way that you have supported me, because you have been coming in for such a long, long time. Let's see. Emre says, Yvette says, yes, Emre, too. I ate like a fool on lockdown. LOL. I think we all kind of overate when we were on lockdown. Yes, we did. I'm going to subscribe to y'all channel and support y'all. Well, we're going to subscribe to your channel also. Um, just as soon as I stop my live, I'm going to go over to TT Trucker. Y'all make sure that you go over and subscribe to TT Trucker. Also, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, make sure that you hit that subscribe button. Like, share, comment below if you like this type of comment. Um, when you come in and you support my lives, it really does give me a lot of encouragement to keep going. And, also I learn a lot from the different things that people share. TT Trucker says, are you on Compound? I have used Compound before. But right now I'm using the name brand. So I just go back and forth between the two. Yvette says no, because of the gastric bypass, it helped me lose quicker. Okay. Hit the like button. Yes, y'all, please hit the like button. I want to let you all know that you're so appreciated. I want to thank you all for your support. But like I said, just stay focused on your journey. Stay focused on you, and then find a good community that you can join. I would love to have you all as part of my community. If you would, please subscribe to my channel. Like I said, like, share, comment, and then share this video out with others. But like I said, because I'm sure there are others who are seniors or younger women or anyone who's starting on a GLP1 journey. And, if you just want to encourage one another and keep each other, you know, motivated, that helps us to stay focused. But you all, like I said, I got to pull a lot of my things off of the wall, and I'm so glad for that. You can see I've been having some great success on my weight loss journey. Like I said, I started at 368 pounds. I lost 157 pounds using keto, intermittent fasting, exercise, and walking were the main things that I did at first. And when that stalled and stopped working, I finally decided to add in a GLP1. And I'm so glad that I did. Okay, I might have to call them back. But anyhow, I'm going to go ahead and end this video. I want to thank you all for coming in and offering me and supporting me. Thank you so much, TT Trucker 1533. Everyone have a great night. I'm going to go ahead and let's see, get ready to go out with good night, all. You look great, Keto Granny. Thank you so much, you all. And you all, let's keep supporting one another and let's keep everyone lifted up. And let's get ready to go ahead and end this night.
Enjoy the chapter song for my weight loss journey.